Hey everybody, Don Georgievich here. I hope you're doing well today. In this video, I want to give you one simple technique that you can use that's going to make your resume stand out, and it's going to make you stand out in the interview process. You can call it a trick, a technique, a hack, an idea, or whatever. But this one thing is going to make your resume look better, and it's going to make you look better in the interview. And that's what you want, right? Of course we do. Now, you know as well as I do that for every resume that you send out, 20, 30, maybe 50 other people are sending theirs out and applying for the same job. So what happens on the employer side? They get 50 resumes, and let's say you're applying for an accounting position. Well, they go through all 50 resumes and they're like, well, 30 of these are just garbage. 30 people don't even have any accounting experience. So they toss those out. Then they get down to the 20 and they start wheedling those down. And maybe they get down to 10 of people who actually have accounting experience, well, like you. And they're looking for reasons to call those people in for an interview. So they're looking at all the experience, they're looking at your education, they're looking for how long you've been working. So most people on their resume, they list their education and their experience. But the one thing that most people leave off their resume that can make a huge difference, it's volunteerism. Simply put, volunteerism. And that is free experience that you can get by giving away your time. And you can get volunteerism very easily. You can donate your time at maybe your local church, your school, the Boy Scouts, Kiwanis Club, any kind of local organization that's in your town. You can volunteer your time and give them a little piece of you and help them solve some problems on their side. And you can do that for free. And you know what? You get free experience in return. And when you have a little section on your resume that says volunteerism, local PTA club, ran the accounting books, kept track of fundraisers, whatever it is, that little piece of experience is going to separate you from the masses of all the other job seekers that are out there. So now when they're going through resumes and employers are looking through all these resumes, they see that you volunteered your time and you've been volunteering your time at the local PTA club and you've been keeping their books. And it's accounting experience, and you're going for an accounting position. That makes a huge difference. I mean, volunteerism is great, but it's better when what you volunteer for is connected to your career and it's connected to your job. Now, if you just went out and you volunteered in the neighborhood picking up leaves, or maybe you helped little old ladies cross the street, that's great, but it's not related to accounting, so it doesn't add as much value to your candidacy as volunteering in accounting at a local school, church, whatever it is, Boy Scouts, doesn't matter. As long as it's related to what you do, that makes such a huge difference. And what that's going to do, of those 10 resumes that they whittled down from 50 to 10, they're going to look at those and they're going to see that you have volunteer experience. That's what's going to get you the call. Now, the next step, here's where this approach is twofold. One, it helps you get your resume found, get you found, and get you in there for an interview. The other thing it does is it makes you stand out in the interview process. So let's say after they look at 10 resumes and they bring in 5 candidates and they interview all 5, and everybody seems the same. They all have good experience. They all have the same amount of experience. They have good education. So now you have 5 people who look good on paper and they look good in the interview process. So what is the employer supposed to do to figure out which one of those 5 to hire? Well, they see that you have volunteer experience and you've been volunteering your time for schools, churches, local clubs in your community for accounting. And what that does is that makes you stand out. That makes you stand out from these 5 other people. Big time. Now it's not equal anymore. You've got 4 people who have good experience and education, and then there's 1 person that has good experience, education, and volunteerism. And that makes you the big winner. And what that does is that creates the opportunity for you to get the job just exponentially. It's so huge. And like I said, I'm just using an accounting example, but you can apply this to anything, whether you're a programmer, whether you're an engineer, you're a manager, a nurse, it doesn't matter. Volunteer your time into something that is related to what you do in your career, and put that on your resume and talk about that in the interview process. And that is going to help you go so much farther in the interview process. And what it's likely going to do is it's going to help you get hired a lot faster. All right? So do that. Go out there, help somebody, volunteer your time, put that on your resume, talk about it in the interview, and I guarantee you, you're going to be so much happier. You're going to feel so good about yourself of just volunteering your time, just a little bit of your time. It's going to help you so much, and it's going to help you get that job faster. It's going to make you look better in the interview, and it's going to help you stand out from all the other people that you're competing against. Because now you've gone farther. You've taken that extra step. You've gone that extra mile that most people don't go. Most people don't give away their time like that. But I know you're different, and I know you can do this, and I know you want to do this. And let's say you don't have any experience at all. Let's say, you come to me and you're like, Don, I just graduated from college, I've got an accounting degree, but I have no experience at all. How am I going to go to employers? Same thing. Volunteer your time. That's free experience that you can put on your resume. Just because you didn't get paid doesn't mean it isn't experience. So get out there, whether you've worked the job or not, volunteer your time, put that on your resume. It's going to help you go so much farther in the interview process. All right, my friend, good luck on your next interview, and I will see you next time. Bye now. If you're ready to ace your next interview, then don't leave anything to chance. You can't just show up for a job interview and expect to nail it. You know that. You have to give yourself an advantage. So if you'd like to learn more from me than this video, then I encourage you to grab a copy of the complete interview answer guide and prepare yourself to answer interview questions the right way. Inside, you're getting my 20 years of interviewing and hiring experience, and I'll teach you what you need to say to employers so they want to hire you. So if it's been a while since your last job interview, or you have an interview today, don't spend countless hours figuring out this stuff. Instead, let me take you by the hand and show you how, right now. When you order your copy from jobinterviewtools.com, you're supporting my channel, my message, and job seekers all over the world. And you're getting a book that has already helped over 1 million people get hired for their #1 job. You'll also get direct email access where you can ask me questions and get my personal take on your situation, so you'll never be alone during your job search. And finally, if you found this video helpful, then give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you get notifications every time I release a new video. And by subscribing, you support me, my message, and this channel, so I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you hit subscribe.